Alright, hi Jeremiah. I saw you drawing some stuff and it looks really cool. Way better than the stuff I was doing when I was my age. And I think you're already ready to move on to the next step, or at least get, some kind of training going on as far as like your visual communication skills go. So, some things I wanted to tell you about to help you out were just some very basic drawing things. So, the first thing is different types of drawing pencils or pencils that are used. Like there, you'll see different labels on them. You'll see their brand names. I think like this is just something standard right there. I don't know if you can see it. It looks too blurry. But anyways, you'll see 0.7 millimeters. That's just because of the lead size. And then you'll see something like HB or B or something. What that means is basically what I'm going to talk about. There's pencils with like things like F on them, H on them, HB or B. So F is just stands for fine. Hard stands for hard, and that's the kind of graphite that's going to come in it, the kind of lead you're going to be drawing with. And then there's HB, which is your typical pencil, like any pencil you get at school or anything like that. That's all HB. And then B is typically what you want to draw with, because B stands for black, and it creates really nice things that you could do. It's pretty much what you want to work with. It's really helpful for value. Value is your range of your tool. So right now I'm not working with a pencil. I'm working with a grease pen or a grease marker. It has a couple different names like China marker and whatnot. It's fun to start out with. It's not really for detailed things if you ever want to do more. It's just for playing around with. But anyways, so value is basically the range. So it's the darkest, like you gotta press down to get it. It's the darkest your tool can go, all the way to the lightest. And right here, you can see my value of the darkest one I could do is a 10, and the lightest one I could do is a 1. And that's just value. This is really like good to practice with, because what I really want to get you into doing right now is shading and making all those cool 2D designs that you're making. I really like that alligator with the like car coming out of its mouth. I think I'm going to draw it later and show you how to put value onto it. But first I'm just going to go over these simple things. So what we're going to do with value is, like I said, we're going to make shapes out of it. And there's what is called the artist's alphabet. The artist's alphabet consists of 3 shapes. That's triangles, circles, and squares. And then when we get into 3D, which you're ready to do, we're going to do cones, spheres, and boxes. Boxes are a whole different animal, so I'm just going to really quickly go over how to do these basic forms. So these are shapes, are 2D, just shapes. And then these are forms, what I'm going to be making right here. Things that have 3D characteristics to them. So what I want to do when we're dealing with the shapes is, first I like to establish what my highest value is going to be and where that's going to be at. That's going to be right here, because I'm going to say my light source, say there's like a little lamp right here, and the light source is right there. So this is going to be lit up. This is going to be the lightest value that I can make it. So right now, I'm just going to do the same exact thing I did with the value scale right here, and just blend it out, just like that. You get a shadow to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because I'm not looking at the camera. It's going to be dark closer to the object, and then as it moves out, it's going to be lighter. And that's an easy way to make a cone. So now, similarly, we're going to pretend like we have a little light source right here. You don't have to draw this, but I'm using it as an example. And the way that the sphere works is that that dark part is going to wrap around the object like that. This is going to come out this big, probably. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We're going to put it dark right there. Now, the light is closest to this part, so that's going to be the lightest part on that object. So now I'm going to, it's a little bit more trickier, but I'm going to blend it out. Alright, and then just add some kind of generic shadow here. There we go. Alright. And that's kind of how you have your sphere. Okay? So now, we're going to kind of go over a box, which this one, I'm just going to teach you 3D shape really quick, and then maybe in another video I could show you how to do perspective. And perspective is like months to learn, but it's fine, I could show you basic. Basically it comes out, sorry for moving the camera, my hand got in the way. Down like that, inside like that. So that's how you have your box, and this is probably what I should have gone over first, but it's fine. If I have a light source, just gonna say it's lighting up this part. So the box is kind of, you know, segregated more. So you just have one value, and one value, pretty much throughout. But we could, that's just one way of thinking about it. I'm just going to, though, throw something in so we can kind of see what we're doing. Now, what I want to make sure I do is put my darkest value in here because it looks nice. Just if you want to make something look nice, put the darkest value in there, and then also put the lightest value in there. It makes it look good. For now, that's the logic we'll use for now. I know that this shadow is going to look something like that. Just throw something quick on it. Just like that. Okay, and that's how you basically do some basic shapes. And I'm going to make another video and put this on something I'm going to mimic that you made. Alright, see you in the next one.